Hi, this is Nathan McConnell, lead tech at Warnert Racing. Today we got the 220 snowmobile, and we're going to be taking a look at the track and the studs we're using. We're using a stock Ski-Doo track, which we have to for regulations. Every race weekend we show up with a new track on the snowmobile, and the track from the weekend before is not in bad shape, except the lugs start to lose their tension. These are, nice and sturdy, and that's what we want for the starts. We want a lug that doesn't fold over, doesn't get into the studs. We want it to hold its own. So we start every weekend with a new track. Since we're down here, we'll talk about the studs. Our riders aren't super picky about stud patterns and how many studs. So what I did is I built a stud pattern that is quick and easy for us to make many tracks in a hurry. The studs are stud boy doubles, and we just whip them in there, make sure that they're legal, they're in far enough, they're not too far away from the lug, and they're not too long of a stud. Stud boy gives us the exact right studs every time, so we're always legal that way. But placement of the stud, we just make sure that we're legal here. As you can see the gauge, I'm going to use the stud gauge to just double check to make sure, just like they do in tech. So you put them over top of the lugs here and see where my finger is. There's a nice gap in there. So we cannot be touching the gauge or past the gauge, so we're under there, and we'll be able to tighten the stud up. After the first day of racing, we can check the studs and we can gain a little bit and still be in spec.